Okay, so in this adventure, the alchemists, their goal is to follow up on reports within the city from alchemist scouts that say that tension is increasing between the two factions that live there. Due to the peaceful nature of what's been going on lately until this point, alchemists are the main issue on the main roads, and they're easily pointed out. Due to this, you've decided to head from your hideout to the main city through the path of the forest. Um, the time is night, and there's a full moon out, so there are rays of light coming through the treetops, and you can easily see clearings that are located all around the forest. You start your first little go through the path, not the path, the forest, and you see your first clearing. It's kind of dipped down, and you'd have to slide down this sort of little dirt incline to get down there. But you don't know if it would be safer because you can't see what's in there. You can just see there's a clearing. All you know is that the city is north, and that as long as you're in the forest and going north, you'll be going the right way. This clearing might prove helpful by showing you a little more of your surroundings, as you know, it's a clearing. So, your first choice is whether you want to go down or you want to keep heading through the forest.
Well, let's go around it.
Because we could walk up to like the edge of it and peek inside to, you know, see what we can't see of the clearing and then perhaps make our decision.
Um, you can, but the way that the incline is, it's a little hard to tell what's there because you can only see what's further out um in the clearing. You can't see what's closest to you, sort of
Can
down the
Okay.
hill.
can someone
Yeah.
like hold me by my monkey tail so I could get like a slightly better view, or would we end up falling in?
I mean, I'd say you'd have
We've
to
got
do
a
a move
cyborg.
check.
He should be able to hold you up, I think. Maybe.
I can use my adaptive camouflage to try to sneak by quickly and give it a peek.
Well, no, he's saying the way the landscape
Ugh.
is that we can't see what's at the bottom of the little sliding hill. We can see farther out into the clearing, but we can't see what's at the bottom of the slope without actively
Because,
slipping down it.
My
right.
adventurer brain's telling me to go down the slide because slides are fun.
Well, it's very rocky and it's um not muddy, but it's kind of a dirt, you know. I don't know if you
It's
want to
like
say slide's the right word.
slippery.
Yeah,
It's the kind of slide
it's steep.
where you hit your butt on every separate segment of the
Right.
slide. You know, at water parks
Right.
Yeah.
where you hit your butt or your elbow or or God forbid your shoulder blades on the little segments the thinnest seam that separate the sections.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Ouch.
You sound like you have experience with this.
I do.
So,
Well, that's the fastest way down a water slide. 3 points of contact, your two shoulder blades and your heels.
remember, you don't need to go down this. This is just if you want a little bit more information. Or
About
you
our
or
surroundings.
or you know, you never know what you'll find down there. Maybe you'll find something that'll help you.
Hey,
Huh.
can't
It's all
Cindy
in the
turn into a
mystery.
bat?
She can.
She
That
could
would
give
use her
us a little
greater ability.
aerial view, right?
I,
She could go
yeah,
turn
but I
into a
can only
bat.
do that once, right?
Oh, right, that's your, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I don't want to waste it this early.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I forgot that was your greater. Hmm.
Let's just stick it to a vote. Who wants to go down the slide and who wants to take the regular way? I
mean,
say we
slides
go
are-
down the slide.
Yeah,
I
slides
want to
are
go down the
fun.
slide. Slide
It's
go
not
me.
a slide. I'm just saying you would have to slide down it. You wouldn't be able to walk because it's
Okay, we'll
dangerous.
go down the
Definition of a
butt-injuring slide.
Okay.
About a Mario 64 this.
Okay. You go down the slide, I guess. And you see something big lying on the ground. So, you
Okay,
you
with a
make
stick. Maybe it's a bear.
well, you make a lot of noise obviously coming down the hill, and it
Yeah.
turns around.
Oh, it.
Yes, it. It is a sort of not massive, but certainly not small, sort of big snake, like a serpent. It's roughly the size of whoever the tallest alchemist there might be.
Certainly not me.
It has smaller
me?
fangs. It has smaller fangs, and you can see one behind it that's twice as big with, or my bad. The smaller one has larger fangs, and the one behind it is larger with smaller fangs. You see that the one in the back is guarding a nest, and it wraps its tail around the nest.
Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh.
Mom, Dad,
Uh,
did we wake the babies?
Well, they're still eggs.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay, so-
snake. Snakes lay eggs, so if it's a nest of eggs.
You couldn't see these snakes before because, they're flatter, there's a lot of shadows, it's nighttime.
Yeah.
They could have easily looked like a shadow themselves.
Okay, so
Have the snake seen us?
one of
They
them
have
has seen us.
they have definitely seen you because you
Yeah.
made a lot of noise and there was a lot of stuff falling, rocks going down the hill as you guys slid down.
Coming with us, yeah. Well, considering these things are relatively bigger than us,
You
I,
can try to avoid them, but there's not too much room within this little clearing around. It's sort of like
they're snakes. They're not going to appreciate moving
sort of-
anywhere except away.
well, it's sort of like a little nook. It's only so that the slide you came down, the opposite, so think of a box. The slide you came down is on one side and the exit to move on is on the other side. But there's walls on either side of that.
Okay. I think I understand. So basically the only way out would be past them.
Right.
Or back the way we came.
Right.
Kind of.
Well,
But, I mean, we had to slide down, so I don't think climbing out is really an option.
Well, I can try grabbing someone else, and I'll just grapple gun my way out to a ledge.
That should work.
Yeah, it can probably work.
Would he be able to get the rest?
I say
of
you
us
give
out?
it a shot.
Then
I mean, he can grab one of you. I think we agreed he can't hold like everybody.
Yeah, I can make an endurance check to try to get someone else.
Right.
Well, he's got a grapple gun. He's got the grapple gun in one hand and a person in the other.
Right.
okay.
Yeah, you could do that. You
Alright,
could
I'm gonna make I got a 8 on my check. I don't remember if I actually set a DC for this.
Oh. I don't really know if we did for anything. You're talking about the difficulty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was decided by the
Yeah.
GM.
That's what yeah. You try to grapple onto both of them. Or who are you trying to take?
Whoever the lightest person is.
I'm going to go
I
ahead
don't
and
think any of us are gonna share our weights.
I'm
I'm gonna-
I'm gonna go with not
125
me
pounds.
because I feel like I have the ability to escape on my own.
I weigh 125 pounds. Not that I'm really. I'm light.
So, what you're taking, I guess, Kobe and Emily.
Or I could
Yeah.
like phase through, maybe. I don't know.
Uh, I'll take
Wait, Kobe can
Emily.
float because he's a ghost, right?
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
Emily. I think Emily is the least mobile.
So you're not gonna try to take two.
No.
Well,
Okay.
Kobe can come with his little float skill, right? Because he just has to hover above the ground. So as long as there is ground underneath him, he should be able to float, right?
Right, but he can't float. Remember, these aren't little snakes on the ground. These are serpents. So they.
No, I was talking about floating back up the cliff.
Oh. Well,
But wouldn't we be split up then, or are we all going back up it?
Well,
I thought we were
let's
going
see.
back
So
up.
Cindy has cat's grace, doesn't she? Because it's not like it's a slope, but it's not like a climb,
it's like
right?
a. It's not impossible, but it's very unlikely to like, walk up. Like this is
Well,
something somebody would like have some sort of gear still probably to do.
so if Eli is capable of taking two people back up, then it would probably be me and Cindy, because Kobe can float himself kind of somewhat up this slope, right?
I don't know if we ever really talked about him going up angles with
I guess it
that.
would technically work as long
It's
as there's a
it's
surface under me.
it's the
Yeah.
GM's ruling.
I'll allow it.
Alright.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna
Eli
assume
has to
that, like,
try
it's
to get
motor
both me
powered.
and Cindy up, right?
If that's what he wants to do.
He can choose to just abandon us.
Well, if he wants to try for two, he has to do an endurance check.
Uh,
If he wants to do one, he doesn't.
I made an 8 on my endurance check. 8 is kind of what I sent as like the medium difficulty.
Right.
hmm.
We'll say it worked. So
Hey,
everybody's
Hooray,
back up
we're
the
winning.
hill.
Oh wait, do I have to I had to use a charge, right?
Right.
yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
And
Both
Eli
you
does
and
too.
Eli, I believe.
All right. So
That was scary.
Yeah, I don't want to have to mess with mama snakes. Thanks.
So you guys travel
Like-
further along in the forest, and you hear something ahead. Not a person, but something else.
It's a bear.
You come toward it, and you realize it's a whitewater river, and you don't see another way across other than through or over. I mean, you don't specifically, do that. What I'm saying is, it's a really rough river, and there's no, like bridge or anything like that. There's no trees on the sides of the river, as if somebody cleared them out.
Ah,
Hmm.
so as if somebody's cleared them out, so maybe they were prepared to put a bridge here, like fellow
More
outfits, or maybe
like,
something.
more like it's a common footpath. So it's sort of a more natural, like, this is where the river is, so there's nothing growing on top of the dirt there.
Ah, so it's got the river bank.
Right.
Got it. Hmm.
I have two ways of getting over it, I think. If I could use either self-levitation or teleport through shadows.
Yeah, but
Is there anything on the
There-
other side that could help
yeah.
us? Like if someone got to the other side, could they do anything to help the others on the other side?
like, can we see over?
You can see to the other side, but it mostly just looks like the same as your side as far
Hmm.
as, what's over there goes.
So is there anything up or down the river we can see? Like, is there any structures or anything? Or is it just all forest?
It's all forest except for, where the river is. You can't tell if it ends or begins anywhere near where you are.
It's
For all you
nighttime. We
know,
can't see
this
too terribly
goes
far.
right. For all you know, this can go on for a long way up and down the river without anything.
And we don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Um. Let's see here. Um.
Well, I'll say something you do see that is on the other side, but in the water are some smaller, I guess, rock formations within the water.
It's actually causing the rapids.
Right. So you can't, jump on them or anything like that from where you are. This is on the opposite side within the water. So maybe like if you wanted to put it like this, the third quarter of it from where you are has rocks.
Now, this is not the kind of river that we want to swim in
Hmm.
at all.
You could. It would just be very difficult.
So
Highly like I wouldn't do it, but you
I personally
could.
wouldn't do it either.
I would teleport, but I don't want to leave anyone behind.
I could follow you to the other side with if I transform into a bat, hypothetically.
There's no way around.
Not that you can see. If there's no way around, that would be worth going to because it would either just lead to the main road or you don't know where the other end of the river goes to.
Do we think that that there are some trees on the opposite side? They're just like not close to the river.
Right.
Are they close enough for Eli to grapple gun too? Because can we just pull the same maneuver again where we grapple to the other side with me and Cindy, and then Kobe's on his own to find his way across?
Well, the trees aren't close enough for him to grapple to,
Okay.
but he
Are
might
we
be able to grapple to the rocks.
Big
are we
might on
able
there.
The only
to?
thing is the slack when he first fires can get caught in the rapids. So it
Yeah.
would be a very difficult maneuver to pull off, but with the skill check he could.
How far away are the trees again? Because like, what if are we able to like try and chop one down and then use it to like build across, or is it just way too wide?
You
The
could
trees.
you could let's see. Use a
Looking at
you could use a tree, but it it would be very I guess you'd maybe need like one person to go, like it'd be very unsteady. It would be constantly getting pushed by water. Water would be going over it.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're thinking about dropping a tree into rapids, it would also be quite loud if we just drop a tree. So, who knows what kind of attention that'll pull. I mean, Kobe wouldn't, even if we sent Kobe to the other side, he wouldn't be strong enough to keep a whole tree steady.
Yeah. Well, what if two people are on the other side and then like actually no, that wouldn't work probably. Like holding it probably wouldn't help much.
Since
Maybe
we
have,
see
like,
those rocks, we could probably use those rocks as like a like an not an anchor. What's the word? Uh, like we could use it to like use the rocks up the river to like kind of hold the tree steady while we hold it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could do that.
Mhm.
In fact, the tree could sit on top of the rocks, but if someone were to get on the other side, they'd probably have to have somebody hold it from the rock side, or it would tip into the water.
So I could go over to that side and hold it. Should we do it then?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get ourselves across this river because if we don't, our only other option is the main road.
All right, let's go get a tree.
So you're using Kobe, you're using what to get at the other side? You're using the shadow teleportation, right? Or do you have that?
I do have that, but could I float over it, or is that like too dangerous?
Yeah, you could.
I'll just float over it then, because I'll probably want to save my teleport since it's a greater.
Okay.
So I'll use it. Oh, I'm not gonna use it yet. I want to get the tree first.
So what are you guys going to do to get this tree?
So I'm assuming one of us could have maybe a battle axe or something.
Yeah. You guys do have weapons, yeah.
I'll have a battle axe. All right, who wants to help me chop this?
I had like a crossbow, didn't I? Wasn't that my thing?
Yeah,
Because
just
Cindy
shoot
and
the
I
tree.
were shooting deer
All
or
right, so I
something.
guess I'll start chopping.
Oh
All
no,
right.
I was thinking of Eli's little practice run. Anyway, I'll stick with it.
All right, so I started chopping it. Well, did it? Do we have the tree now, or?
Yes, but you need
Okay.
to
We need to aim it properly when it
right, you
falls,
need to
man.
make sure
Yeah.
that it goes on top of the rocks.
Okay.
So we're cutting this tree down with precision and
Is this like? Should this be?
accuracy.
Is this gonna be like a skill check or anything?
Yeah, but you can choose who's going to. You're going to need two people to help you
Okay.
try to get it
I have
properly.
-2 body skills, so maybe
I
someone
have
else should.
-1 body skill.
All right. How about you two take this battle axe then? I'm assuming Cindy and Eli have better body stats than us.
Well, we're
I
about to
have
find out.
body 2.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
You two are being handed the battle axe and shall
We'll
chop
both-
down the
we'll both
tree.
Use it together.
Yeah. To guide the tree to the ground, I guess. Or to the rocks, more specifically. So if Kobe's not needed over here, he should go float to the other side.
Oh yeah. I'll
Do
use
do
my.
me and Eli need to roll to chop
Yeah.
down the tree?
What kind of check do you want us to make?
um
Melee.
let's do well for the let's have one of you do endurance, one of you do melee. The endurance can act for moving it for both of you, and the melee can act for both of you for moving for chopping it down.
I'll be right back in like 2 seconds.
Cindy,
I
do
just
you,
have to use the bathroom
do you have a
quick.
specialization in either of those?
No, I got stealth. That's
I have
Okay.
movement and
Well,
range.
I'll do endurance.
I'll do melee.
I got a 9.
Do we just roll 1 or 2?
You're rolling 3, Cindy.
Oh, 3.
And then you drop the lowest one.
Okay, that's 6 plus 2, so I got an 8.
Okay, you both pass a
Right.
skill check.
Huzzah!
So you chop down the tree. You manage to get it onto the other side, well, onto the rocks. We'll say Kobe went over there while you did this, and he helped guide it.
Yeah, so.
So
You got
Kobe's
this,
over
Kobe.
there, and he holds
I'm
it,
back.
and Kobe holds it while you guys walk across.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
We're on the other side. Let's keep
Sweet.
going.
So you keep going, and you come across a path that looks like it's part of the main road, but it's gone through the woods.
Uh-oh.
You can either keep going and just step over the path and keep going through the woods, or you can choose to follow the path, and maybe it has some sort of alternate route to the main city. Maybe it leads you to the main road.
I think we should just keep going the way we're going, because clearly it's working out.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Let's go.
So you ignore the path? Okay.
Unanimous.
So you ignore the
Onward!
path, and you keep going. You're starting to get closer to the city, but you're not quite there. You're
Okay.
thinking about what you're going to do to get into the city. You're talking about it, and all of a sudden you hear a little girl crying. You find her.
No.
You find her and see she's holding a basket of fruit. She's
Double
pretty
oh no,
young.
there's a little girl in the middle of the night.
She's pretty
With fruit.
young, and you can tell that she doesn't come from a very wealthy family. She doesn't have any shoes. She's very dirty. But she does live within the city. She's not old enough to know you're alchemist, or really what it even is yet. You see, the reason she's crying is because her favorite fruit is in the tree above her, but she can't reach it. You can choose to help her, or you can choose to move on.
Okay. Who the heck sends their kids out to get fruit in the middle of the gosh darn night?
Well, her
probably
family's
snuck
poor,
out.
so
It's still the middle of the night.
this is about the only time they can go out and do this without people ridiculing them or even letting them do something like this. Normally they're
Okay.
kind of treated
makes sense.
poorly and, you know, kind of like, oh, you don't need this, or they might even get, their food stolen from them.
I say we help her. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I want a piece of fruit anyways.
Cindy
how-
only does it if there's something in it for her.
So how do you go about getting the fruit from the tree? It's very tall,
Cindy, punch
maybe
the
even
tree.
the tallest one. You do
Cindy.
what?
Monkey time.
Yeah.
Really, I thought I was gonna use the cat. All right.
If you think you can use Cat's Grace to get up the tree, by all means.
I mean, it's either or.
Yeah, but one's a lesser and one's a greater.
No, they're both lesser.
Transformation. I was talking about being a monkey.
Oh, okay.
Well, a monkey won't
Yes.
really help you because sorry, I just said this does not have any branches. That's why she is having so much trouble, because normally she would climb. This tree doesn't appear to have any branches, just a trunk.
Can I potentially wait? Okay, so I have a crossbow. Can I potentially shoot
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
the fruit down?
It's a very high difficulty to attempt to do that. Plus
He's
you
telling
might
you don't have aim.
plus you might actually, it's
He's on the ground. There's no way I'm gonna miss that bad.
well, it's not like it's in between all the leaves and branches at the top. That's
What
where all
about-
the branches are.
What about Eli's grappling gun?
Eli's
grapple
grappling gun
himself-
could work,
grapple himself up into the tree. Yeah, let's do it that
but
way.
he'd have
then.
to figure out how to get himself down.
Someone catch me.
Yeah.
There's three of us. There's three of us and one of him. If all three of us do the thing where we stand under, how they do when they catch people, like what cheerleaders do.
You can try, but remember he is a cyborg, so it'd be like catching a car.
Well,
I
can he
don't
do
think
one of
he's
those
that
cool
heavy.
things?
No,
He's probably
I know,
fat.
no, that was an exaggeration, but you know what I mean.
He's got
Good-
metal parts, so he's heavier than.
Yeah, you definitely can do it.
I mean,
We
the
can
grappling
do it.
hook could technically be used to get down too, right? If like it was just put in reversed and like repelled down.
Yeah, I could just use the rope.
Yeah.
You could, yeah.
Get up the same way you got down, yeah. Hey, and if worse comes to
It would
worse
use
and we
2
have to have him
charges, though.
land on and if we have to have him use Kobe as a landing pad, I've got medicine. I can heal him.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm already half dead.
I wasn't exactly expecting you to agree, Kobe, but okay.
Alright. So you grapple up, you get the fruit, you grapple down, and you give it to the little girl.
Hey.
She's
Don't
really
forget the grapple fruit
excited.
for Cindy.
Yeah, did you get mine? I'm hungry too, man.
Well, there was only one. But she splits it with
Cindy,
you.
you're gonna starve.
But she splits it with you because she's happy
Oh.
that you did that.
Aw.
You guys ask
Kindness.
the little girl if you know who you are, because you don't want her to go and tell. She says no, which is a good sign because that means that she won't tell anybody that there's alchemists there.
Or she's lying.
Well,
We are
Then-
not
I get my
beating
belt
up a
out and
little
make sure
girl.
she doesn't say anything.
Wait, there's no.
you guys
We
start
have
to.
no choice. We have to silence her.
You
She
guys.
said no.
Well,
He
hold
said
on,
she's
hold
young.
on, guys,
she's
hold
too
on a
young to
sec.
tell what alchemists are.
Guys, hold on a sec. You then start to talk again about how you're going to get into the city without causing too much of a fuss. The little girl overhears you and says that her big brother is a guard for one of the city entryways on one of the sides.
Yeah.
And that she can distract him to help you guys get in since you helped her out.
Okay.
Sweet.
So you can choose to accept her offer or just keep going and try on your own.
Let's do it. If it doesn't work out, then Cindy and all of us can start beating people up.
There's also one more thing, is that since her age is, so young, she can't remember if her brother is a guard for the magical side or the technology side.
What does he
So,
look
Between.
like?
It doesn't matter to
Do
us.
you remember what color outfit your brother wears to work?
well, so
Is she
you'll
colorblind?
have to take her to one of the
Oh, we have to choose.
yes, you'll have to take her to one of the entrances, but you don't know which one it is.
Oh.
So if you take her to the wrong one, she won't be able to help you out.
Well, I
Might
like.
as well.
I like Cindy's idea. Why don't we ask her what type of uniform her brother wears?
Yeah.
You ask her what type of uniform her brother wears, and she says that she doesn't see him that often since her family's poor and they usually get shunned to within their house. Every time he comes around, he's off duty, and he's not allowed to bring the armor with him because they fear that because of his family's issue with money that he'll use it to sell or bring it to another city or something like that, and they just don't trust
Okay.
him too much.
Okay.
Can we ask her what her brother's favorite color is?
I don't think that'll help.
Yeah, it might. Little girl, what's your brother's favorite color? Go.
I have a way to solve this. Cindy,
Yeah.
magic or technology?
Mm,
Pick one.
hey
pick one.
Google, magic or technology?
I was just saying to pick your favorite one, and then I was just gonna go, "Hey Siri, flip a coin."
No, don't. Once.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Tails.
We're going to technology, people.
All right, technologically.
Alright,
Siri said tails.
so you keep heading through the woods and you manage to get to where the city is. You head to the
Wait.
side.
Does everybody agree with
Yeah. that's
Siri's
cool.
decision?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
head to the technology entrance.
Yeah.
And the little girl says, "There he is, there's my big brother." So
Good
she
job, Siri.
runs over to him.
Thank God we didn't listen to my Google.
So she runs over
Magic.
to him, and you guys realize, oh, that makes more sense. He probably would sell the technology-based armor. That would sell for a lot more. So, she tells her brother, help, there's something going on, And he says, "What do you mean?" She says, "Follow me," and starts running. So the brother brings his partner that also guards the entranceway with him. So the entranceway.
Oh, look it! Run, run!
So then you guys make it into the city. And
Sweet.
yeah, that's the end of the adventure.
Yay.
We
Yay.
made it.